plan, man. They have good pass rushers, and they had a good plan of doing some games and stuff up front and pushing the pocket. So credit to them. They had a great plan, and they have great players, and they made a lot of plays today. Yeah, I mean, just when they're playing the man-type coverages, trying to get some guys open down the field, and they did a good job of pushing the pocket. So I got to be better at working the pocket, finding different lanes to step up through. But when I was able to, we were able to hit some shots down the field, but it's just got to be more consistent with that.
Take us through the 4th and 17 and sort of what you felt the flow of the game was after you guys converted that.
Yeah, I mean, big play, obviously, getting into the end zone on that drive on the 4th and 1 as well. So, Coach just trusted us. Great moments, we've had bad moments. We got to be more consistent as a team. I got to be more consistent at quarterback, and we got to be able to battle. I mean, we've kind of been in a lot of these tight, close games in our history, but they're not going our way now. So, how can we deal with that adversity? How can we be better and learn from it? I mean, you can only learn from so many losses. I mean, you got to learn from it fast, and it's going to be an uphill battle when we get back. But I think our guys are up to it.
Patrick, can you put your finger on the disconnect you guys had on offense, specifically on 3rd down?
Yeah, they did a great job. They did a great job rushing the passer. I missed some guys open on certain plays, and they did a good job of being in the zones that we wanted to throw it in. That's a good football team. I know they had some guys down, but they're coached very well. They play extremely hard, and they did a great job today.
We kind of heard you through the wall there. What's your message to the guys going into the bye week?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just we got like I said, we got to learn from it, but it's kind of like you got to do it now. Like there's no easy game coming up, and there's no more chances that we can really take losses. So I mean, you got to learn from it fast, and we got to be better as a team. Offensively, we got to be better, especially on some of those big drives we had in the second half. And I think we'll just continue to push away and learn on this bye week, and then come back and be ready to play our best football coming off of it.
At the end of the half, what stands out about that sequence down there?
Yeah, we got to find a way to get in the end zone. Just after the big play and getting down at the half-yard line, kind of the run play, we weren't able to get in, and two chances for me, and I tried to get to Trav, and obviously he took the big hit. But we got to find a way to get in the end zone. So I got to be better there, and situationally we got to be better. I thought we had a couple of those where we didn't really execute at a high enough level, and that's why we got the loss.
The 4th down or the 4th quarter interception, I'm guessing just more of a give somebody a chance as opposed to taking a sack there.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you don't want to throw interceptions, don't get me wrong, but if you're going to throw it, make it down the field and give a guy a chance in that situation. And it almost worked out for us because we were able to get the stop and have a chance at a Hail Mary a couple times. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to take the sack there and throw it up there. Maybe you make a big-time play or something like that, but they made a play and we're in the right coverage.
Your emphasis is on the next opponent, but given the past patterns you've met the Bills both in regular season and postseason, can you envision that kind of scenario when it all plays out?
I mean, we got to get there first. I mean, we got a lot of good teams in our division, and they're playing really good football. And we're down there at 3rd place right now, and so we got to get back and get ourselves right. You know, we got to play better football. And obviously they didn't see the ball get tipped, but that's part of the game. You know, you got to move on from it.
Patrick, this matchup has been crazy. So many ups and downs. Josh Allen going against him. What's it like preparing for you to be in this environment?
Yeah, it's going to come down to a couple plays, and they made those plays today. Josh played amazing. They ran the ball well, and their defense had a good game plan. And so it always comes down to these certain plays in games where you got to go out there and make the play happen, and we weren't able to do that today.
Okay, thanks, Patrick.
Travis Kelce's presence on the field against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday sparked confusion among Kansas City Chiefs fans as he seemed to fade into the background for much of the game. The Chiefs, who had been hoping to keep up their momentum, initially took the lead thanks to a quick touchdown from Rashee Rice, pulling ahead 10-7 against Josh Allen's determined Bills squad. Yet as the game progressed, Kelce had yet to catch a single pass, leaving supporters frustrated and speculating about his condition. On social media, questions poured in, with one fan bluntly asking whether Kelce would ever get involved, while another wondered aloud if there was tension between Patrick Mahomes and his favorite target, urging Mahomes to pass Kelce the ball. Some fans even suggested Kelce might be dealing with an undisclosed injury, but no official update came from the Chiefs, and the specifics of his lackluster performance remained a mystery. Meanwhile, the Bills, eager to shake off their midseason slump, wasted no time reasserting themselves as true Super Bowl contenders by controlling the tempo from the start. Buffalo's offense, led by a sharp and mobile Josh Allen, carved up the Chiefs' defense, a typically strong unit that struggled to contain the Bills' relentless attack throughout the afternoon. On the defensive side, Buffalo delivered a standout performance, repeatedly disrupting Mahomes and stifling Kansas City's run game. By halftime, the Bills had surged to a confident 21-13 lead, their defense having forced the Chiefs into tough situations, including a first-half turnover on downs and a critical stop at the goal line that limited Kansas City to just a field goal. As the second half unfolded, Buffalo's defense continued to clamp down, opening with a 3-and-out that handed Allen another opportunity to extend the lead. With his second rushing touchdown of the day, Allen put the Bills up by 15 late in the third quarter, sending a wave of energy through the home crowd. However, the Chiefs, known for their resilience, refused to fold. Mahomes, facing a daunting 4th and 17, connected with Rashee Rice for a dramatic 29-yard gain, sparking a touchdown drive capped by a successful 2-point conversion that narrowed the deficit to 28-21 and ratcheted up the pressure on Buffalo. If you're enjoying this detailed breakdown, consider subscribing for more in-depth NFL coverage. With the game tightening, Kansas City still had a chance to pull even, but the Bills' defense stood tall, forcing a crucial 3rd and long that led to a desperate deep shot from Mahomes into heavy coverage. Joey Bosa, a constant threat throughout the game, disrupted the play, contributing to another incomplete pass and keeping the Chiefs at bay. Buffalo's offense tried to close things out, eating up precious minutes on the clock during their next possession. But when Matt Prater lined up for a 52-yard field goal, the tension in the stadium soared. The ball struck the upright, failing to seal the win and granting Mahomes a final opportunity to engineer a comeback. The Chiefs took over with just 22 seconds left, and the crowd braced for another signature Mahomes miracle. From the Buffalo 40-yard line, Mahomes had 2 shots to the end zone, but both passes fell harmlessly to the turf, igniting celebrations among Bills fans as the clock hit 0. The contrasting fortunes of these teams became clear as the final whistle blew. The Bills, who had stumbled after their 4-0 start and faced criticism for a sliding defense, now boasted a 6-2 record and a vital head-to-head tiebreaker over Kansas City, who fell to 5-4. Buffalo's defense managed to hold Mahomes to a career-low completion percentage of just 44.1%, while stifling the Chiefs' runners and limiting them to only 79 yards on the ground. The victory not only restored Buffalo's early season confidence, but also positioned them as a formidable contender heading into the playoff stretch. For Kansas City, who had overcome an 0-2 start with a 3-game winning streak to reclaim their reputation as title threats, Sunday's game exposed cracks in their armor, particularly as their offense struggled to find rhythm and Kelce remained conspicuously quiet throughout. The Chiefs' inability to capitalize on late opportunities and their reliance on Mahomes' improvisational brilliance ultimately cost them, as Buffalo's defense delivered in the highest pressure moments. As fans filed out of the stadium, the narrative had shifted. Buffalo was back in the conversation for a deep postseason run,